Washington. The White House has developed a plan to force out Secretary of State Rex W. Tillerson, whose relationship with President Trump has been strained, and replace him with Mike Pompeo, the CIA director, perhaps within the next several weeks, senior administration officials said on Thursday. Mr. Pompeo would be replaced at the CIA by Senator Tom Cotton, a Republican from Arkansas who has been a key ally of the president on national security matters, according to the White House plan. Mr. Cotton has signaled that he would accept the job if offered, said the officials, who insisted on anonymity to discuss sensitive deliberations before decisions are announced. It was not immediately clear whether Mr. Trump had given final approval to the plan developed by John F. Kelly, the White House Chief of Staff, but the president has been said to have soured on Mr. Tillerson and in general is ready to make a change at the State Department. Mr. Tillerson was at the White House on Thursday twice for meetings, but neither the president nor his team gave a public reaffirmation of his position in the administration. As he hosted the visiting Crown Prince of Bahrain, Mr. Trump was asked by reporters if he wanted Mr. Tillerson to stay on the job. "He's here," Mr. Trump said simply. "Rex is here." Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the White House press secretary, later issued a statement saying that there are no personnel announcements at this time, but she did not deny that there was a transition plan in mind. "When the president loses confidence in someone, they will no longer serve in the capacity that they are in," Ms. Sanders told reporters at a briefing later in the day. "The president was here today with the Secretary of State. They engaged in a foreign leader visit and are continuing to work together to close out what we consider an incredible year." Heather Nauert, the State Department spokeswoman, went further, saying that Mr. Kelly called to deny that there was a transition plan. Ms. Nauert noted that Mr. Tillerson had not only been to the White House twice on Thursday but had also spoken with Germany's foreign minister and the United Nations Secretary General. "He remains, as I have been told, committed to doing this job," Ms. Nauert said. "He does serve at the pleasure of the president. This is a job that he enjoys." Under his plan conceived by Mr. Kelly, the shake-up of the national security team would happen around the end of the year or shortly afterward. But for all of his public combativeness, Mr. Trump is notoriously reluctant to fire people, and it was not known if Mr. Tillerson had agreed to step down by then. Public disclosure of Mr. Kelly's transition plan may have been meant as a signal to the secretary that it is time to go. One person close to the Mr. Trump said it may be a way to lock the president into a transition he might otherwise be reluctant to make. At the same time, there was some concern in the White House about the appearance of a rush to the exits given that other senior officials may also leave in the early part of the new year. White House officials were debating whether it would be better to spread out any departures or just get them over with all at once.